Hi guys, it's Ronnie here again and welcome back to my channel. So now that I passed your RES paper and you want to be a real estate agent. So in this video, I'm going to share with you about what to expect in the first 6 months of the industry. And I see that a lot of agents actually fall out within the first 2 years because they may not have approached this business correctly. So if you are really sincere about being a real estate agent and want to know how to thrive in this business, watch on to hear more. Alright, so the first step is to actually find the right team. So as a new RES, right, if you speak to 10 property agents, I would say 9 of them will tell you that they are hiring. And a lot of them will tell you that they have the proven system and methods to make you 100k in 6 months or whatsoever. Alright, so this is something that I realized that a lot of real estate agents are used to sell it to their new recruits for them to actually join them. Right, and a lot of people who are actually looking to join the industry will actually look to the very strong players. And what do I mean by strong players? People who have earned a lot of money in the last year or so. And they believe that by joining that leader, they are able to replicate the success. I think it's very common logic to think that way. But one thing you have to know, right, is to ask yourself that how did they actually achieve that $1 million or that 500k in a year? And whether that model of success, right, is replicable to you as a first year agent is something for you to consider. Okay, so basically if you find an agent A who probably make about $500,000 in a year, and I believe as a new RES, that's a goal that you want to achieve as well. However, you have to ask, right, is that how did that agent A actually achieve that $500,000 a year? Because for a lot of agents out there, especially experienced ones, their sales funnel is built in a way that they spend up to 20 to 30k a month to generate those leads. And as a first year agent, right, it's very hard for you to keep up, to be able to ensure that you can run a similar funnel to them. And secondly is that whether you have the conversion rate and the conversion systems to convert those leads into sales. Because even if you put in 20 and 30k a month to generate leads, right, do you have the capability and the ability to serve those customers to the best of your ability? It's something that you have to ask as well. Right, so don't just look at their sales figures. Sales figure is merely something to show that they are doing well in the business, and that's that. Okay, so the point number 2 is to find the right mentor. And finding the right mentor, you must understand that not every mentor is meant for you. The mentor may be doing very well in sales, right? But you must also understand his character and how he actually runs his business. Okay, so for example, right, for some leaders, they are actually more individualistic. Means they are very open to you, they don't have much time for you because they are also focused on running their business. But if you need them, maybe once a week, they will be there for you. For some leaders, they are more, I would say, people person, and they are more team players. They like to train their members day in, day out, and they are very concerned about how their members actually do in every single aspect of their life. But you yourself, right, you may also not like that, because if you don't want to be micromanaged, you want to run your own business your way and only seek help, and you don't want to contribute back to the team, right, you don't like the extra roles and responsibilities, that kind of leader and team is also not necessarily for you, right? So for example, I like my team to be full of people players, meaning that the team must always come first before individual. So sometimes team members have to do that a little bit extra to benefit some of the other team members, then they may not reap rewards directly in return, right? So are you able to put yourself before the team is something that I would want to look out for, right? So even as leaders ourselves, we also know like what kind of people we can work with and what kind of people we cannot work with, right? So don't simply look at just the sales figures, study the person's characteristics, understand his personality, and more importantly, ask him like things like, what makes him wake up every day to work, and understand what his motivation behind life, and whether you are able to align with him in that area is also very important as well. Okay, so a very good example is like I'm currently with JNA Real Estate. So the way that our whole team runs, our whole culture runs is that we run it very similar to one umbrella, meaning that there will be roles and responsibilities for leaders, and people who do well, right, they are expected to actually give back to the team, right? So sometimes it might not directly benefit you when you are a leader because you are helping those newer members to pivot up their sales, right? So, and sometimes they are not your direct downlines. So if you are a more individualistic person, you might not be so keen on helping these people. You might still want to put more time and effort into your own sales. Okay, so the next point is to really have the mindset of working to learn before you work to earn. Right, I actually got this tagline from this book called the $1 Million Real Estate Agent. So as a new REF, right, you must understand that this business is very dynamic. It's not simply selling a very simple product. So this whole real estate landscape, right, there is a lot to learn. And even for myself, I'm still learning something new every day. So when you carry the work to learn before you work to earn mindset, right, it will really help the leader as well. Let me just give you an example, right. So today, let's say the leader say you can come and follow me for viewing, or you help me to do calls, do cold calling, and I don't pay you, for example. I would be very willing to do that, because if there's any questions or any hiccups that come with the cold calling, right, I can actually get the leader to ask to pay attention to me, to say, hey, what's wrong, what did I not say right, and what can be done better. But if you simply have the mindset that you are so desperate to earn your first dollar, and when the client comes into you at your doorstep, right, you might not be able to understand the client. You might not be able to help the client as much as he or she would have liked, right? So you really need somebody with experience to be able to have a skin in the game. And how does a leader have the skin in the game, right? Firstly, is letting him know that, hey, look, maybe if you help me with this client, I can split with you or co-broke with you the deal first. A lot of new REF, when they join the industry, they feel that, wow, my leader very meow, like what my first deal I want to take. I think it's really a abundance mindset or really scarcity mindset, right? So you must understand that when you just join the business, right, you don't know a lot of things. And it's very hard for the leader to say that, oh, I should help you because you are like my associate, because they have their own business to do also, they have their own sales to run. But if you have your skin in the game, meaning that if the client is also my client, I will definitely put more attention and focus to making sure that your client is served well. And that's something that a lot of you REF understand, that, you know, when you come into the business, if you need any help, you need time, right, don't be scared to co-broke your deals, right? Money will come in later, you don't have to worry about that. But most importantly, you must really have the abundance mindset that you must really work to learn before you work to earn. Okay, so the last point is that once you actually earn your first pot of gold, always remember to reinvest back into the business. Okay, so you must understand that as a REF, right, yes, you are a one person, one man show, but you must think of yourself more as a business. And because as a singular person, right, you only have 24 hours a day, you can only do so much, right? So like for example, the people behind my YouTube video, right, I don't know how to edit, I just know how to talk. Right, so I don't go and find time for how to edit. You know, it's very too time consuming for me already. So I have to hire the right people, and even for prospecting, I actually hire digital marketers, I hire cold callers, and I also hire an assistant to help me with the planning of making sure everything comes together to fit me. Will all this be very expensive? Definitely. But what I plan to do is, this real estate career, right, is going to last me for the next 5 to 10 years. If I'm going to keep trading my time for money, like if I go to keep every day going to door knock and cold call, right, there will come a point of time where I will be very tired and I won't be able to last long in the business, right? So I am building my system and structure now so that my business has longevity, right? So this is very important for new RES to note that once you have the first pot of gold, be very careful of where you spend your money, right? Because even as you hire, you will find that it's also very hard to manage human resource. Some people have very weird characters, some people have no loyalty, some people you find it very hard to work with, and you still must be paying them, right? So all this will also take time to build. But most importantly, do not anyhow spend your money once you have the first pot of gold and reinvest back into the business. Alright, so we actually have come to the end of the video. We have a really short video. So just to conclude the 4 points, the first point is to always find the team, find the right mentor, know that not every mentor is for you. And also explain a little bit about the second point on how to actually find the mentor that is for you. And the third point is always have the attitude of working to learn before you work to earn. Alright, and last but not least, that once you earn, remember to reinvest back into the business. Alright, so a little bit extra segment that I have to do today, right, is actually done before the camera because I lost a bet to a friend. Okay, so yeah, so I just going to do some like okay. Alright, yeah, so we really have come to the end of this video. So if there's anything that you want to know in the real estate industry or maybe perhaps insurance, you can just let me know because there's so much things to cover, and do consider liking this video and also subscribing to my channel if it helps you, of course. And more importantly, yeah, let me know what you want to hear from me. Alright, so if not, I'll just see you the next time and look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Take care, bye bye.